Hello, this is Lavinia. Welcome to Darby Showcase. Darby is our senior buck. He is an F2, 27 inches tall. He is G6S negative, and his date of birth is June 14th, 2015. I hope you find this information about Darby helpful. In 2015, we were on the search for a herd sire to breed to our few does. I realized it was hard to find a herd sire locally that was not related in some way to the does we already had. So I began searching on the internet and social networks and found these pics of Darby. I thought his coloring was beautiful and he had the cutest little face. I did some Googling about his sire and dam and found out they both had great milk lines. So I contacted his owner and made the purchase to bring Darby home. Since Darby was a bottle kid, we were able to work out a time to go to Georgia and pick him up when we were in that area ending a holiday trip. We drove through Atlanta traffic all the while he was screaming bloody murder, and man, was it stressful. But after a while, he quieted down and the rest of the trip home was peaceful. Darby was the sweetest little buckling. He was always there to greet me at the gate and loved to be cuddled on my lap. Eventually, he began to grow nice and wide and stout into a young junior buck. The pics on the right were taken last year at the age of 5. He is still the sweetest and quietest buck, and he always makes sure he is by your side when in the buck cave. I can lead him while riding the golf cart, so he makes it easy to take to the does at breeding time. This is Darby's registration certificate to provide his lineage. I was unable to find any pics of his sire, but did make contact with his original breeder, who advised these were some great lines that she had worked with. This is Elsa, Darby's dam. I found the pic on the left. It was when Elsa was around a year old at a local show. All other photo credits go to HHF LGE. Elsa is now owned by Jill Honemans, owner of Little Garden of Eden, and herd name of HHF LGE. Jill had a farm in Tennessee named Hidden Hills Farm. HHF was taken as a herd name at MDGA. LGE for Little Garden of Eden was also taken, so the two were put together as the herd name HHF LGE. Jill started with Nubians in 2011 and added her first minis in 2012, of which Finale Farm Juliet and Green Gables Milk and Honey Raisin genetically remain in her herd, Raisin still bossing everyone at 15 plus years, and Juliet lives on in 2 daughters she has on the farm and who never dry off. Laugh out loud. As we go through the next few slides, I will read what Jill had to say about Elsa. Elsa has a quirky disposition, inherited, I believe, from her grandmother, Raisin. If she likes you, she likes you, goats, humans, etc. HHF LGE Elsa is out of Finale Farm Juliet, one of my foundation does, and one that has made a big impact on my mini program. She is sired by HHF LGE Dutchman's Breeches, who was out of my other influencing does, Green Gables Milk and Honey Raisin, and sired by Goat Feather Farms Romeo, who, from what I can tell, was homozygous for blue eyes, carried a strong gene for black and white, and had an attitude. Elsa has been a high production doe in the milk shed, and while her quirky disposition, which is why she will never leave me, can make basic carry challenge, all she needs to see is the milk stand, where she knows her greatest joy awaits. And if the gate is open, she will be there, rock solid and milked out before she is finished eating. Inherited, I believe, from her dam, who I adored milking, and was called the Holstein by my vet by my then vet in 2013 through 2015, who worked with dairy cows and couldn't believe how much milk a dairy goat could produce. Elsa has an easy-to-milk udder that almost releases on command. While I use a machine due to physical issues, she is one of the few does that I can milk by hand if needed. Her sire sold shortly after breeding her dam. He could walk under Juliet, so had to assist a bit with bales of straw. Was out of Green Gables Milk and Honey Raisin. Still with me today, retired and 15 and a half years old. Raisin, very petite, was a mega producer of kids and milk. At 26 and a half inches, she usually produced quads, sometimes triplets, and always had enough milk for her kids and more for me. When kids were pulled, this pint-sized doe would give me 4 to 6 pounds of milk a day for months. Elsa is a doe that doesn't stop producing milk. Early lactation, 2 to 3 weeks, when she may still be nursing a kid full-time, she will still have 6 pounds of milk to share. Jill also said that there was a person in Florida who owns an Elsa daughter and can confirm that she passes on the milk. I'm working to get some other pictures of Darby's daughters. If successful, I will update this video with their pics as well. Thanks for watching this showcase of Darby.